Well, here goes nothing. Gonna do another one of these little video thingies. Like I said I was gonna do. Um, I had a little time to think tonight. What would be a good topic. Um, so I came up with selfishness, but not in the way you think. Because there are several times where being selfish is the thing to do. You just gotta know when. I mean, you have to know when you have to be selfish. It's not always a bad thing. If you're trying to look out for yourself, that's a good thing. You have to focus on yourself. If you're struggling with anything in life, and especially if you're struggling with multiple things, you need to focus on yourself and yourself first. Unless you have children. If you have children, focus on them at the same time. Because you have to make yourself a better person to create, to raise a child into a good person. You have to be able to, set a standard, give them a good example. So you have to be selfish when it comes to other people that are entering your life. If they are not with excuse me, if they are not with the fact that you are trying to better yourself and grow, and they're not willing to do that with you and help you along the way, and hey, if they need help with something, help them too. But discuss it. Don't be afraid to discuss your flaws. I was for a long time, but then I finally learned how to be able to open up to people. And quite frankly, doing this is helping. Because I can be stuck alone in a room by myself and I can speak freely. I have Asperger's. And it causes me to stutter sometimes and get 3 or 4 sentences ahead of myself. But when I'm by myself and alone, it doesn't bother me. So I can do this and I can send a message. So that's what I want to keep doing. And quite frankly, that's an example of me being selfish. It's doing something for myself. I'm doing it for myself. And hey, if there comes a benefit of somebody, seeing one of these and learning a few things or being inspired, then hey, all right. But I'm doing this for me. I'm being selfish. And it's a good thing. So don't be afraid to be selfish. You just have to know the right time, the right way to go about it, and you have to evaluate everything going on and make a plan of action of how to be selfish. Mine, my most recent one, was this gym transformation. I'm doing 6 days a week in the gym. Every week. I'm going to do this for quite some time until I reach a certain point where I know I can just step back and I can maintain. And I'm doing that for me. I'm being selfish. I'm focusing on myself. I'm not letting anyone else determine whether or not I go to the gym in the morning before I go to work. I make that decision. I'm being selfish. And I'm happy to say I am. Because selfishness is not always a bad thing. It just matters on the perspective and the situation. So, I don't know, I don't really want to make this a long one, but so, long story short, if you haven't gotten the message yet, don't be afraid to be selfish. Focus on yourself. Focus on your children if you have them. Focus on your family. But before you can do that, you have to make sure you can focus on yourself at the same time. So, go out there, be selfish. And be happy about being selfish the right way. So, like always, with that, I bid you farewell.